It's on the wall.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. I just
You
put
can
it.
bloody see it.
No. Go and look at it. I just
Go
put
and look
that.
at the display screen. You'll see the things like that. And that's the shit that people complain about.
It's not. Honestly,
You want
look.
this YouTube channel to be professional looking. Look at that. On the wall, can it? That's so far out, it's absurd.
Welcome to our breakfast chats. Actually, welcome back to our channel. We are in an airport and we have done a Q&A. Just open up with a real beauty. How much money does Alex earn? And I was like, not enough to afford the kind of cars that he would like to buy. I think that's, I don't know, it's not an invasive question, but it's not something that in any normal sense.
We're not going to tell you. We're just not going to tell you. That's like...
Will Alex's new team be able to race in the UAE tour? And that's quite an interesting one because it'll be the first year that actually Team Israel are going to the UAE. So in short, yes, they were invited, which is good to see, progression.
I don't know what the deal is with Israel Startup Nation because it all happens at the end of the year, but so with Movistar and Katusha, it was the case at the end of the year we could buy our bikes for a discounted price if we wanted to. So last year I bought it and auctioned it off for Little Bleeders, which is nice. And sometimes a friend of mine might want the bike at the end of the year as well. Like
Careful, you're going to get lots of people asking to be your friends for discounted
prices. But if you're following us on YouTube, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're friends to a point where you can buy my old bike. But yeah, so the only one I've ever kept was my hour record bike, and I didn't have to pay for it, which is nice. There's only 3 was made. I have one, Movistar has one in their factory, and Canyon has one in their wherever.
And all of the kit doesn't generally get returned to teams because
so
it's worn, it's used.
Contractually, the team owns it, so it's like it's a real grey area once you like what to do with it. A lot of guys donate it. I know Eric Sabo, I believe, has a flat dedicated to every garment he ever had.
I feel like
everything.
You would do that if you could. If you didn't, we're at opposite ends of the spectrum where Alex is more of a forwarder and I feel like
I keep skin suits and aero helmets. That's what I keep. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep aero helmets, but to every team I've ever ridden for, I've still got the aero helmets. What are you going to do about it? But the kit I've been riding in since November here in New Zealand, I left with local sort of youngsters I've been riding with here in New Zealand because some of them are in dire need of kit. I've seen some sewn up shorts of some very tatty looking chamois, and they're out for 5 or 6 hours, so yeah, if that helps that would be great, and they'll all be riding around with Dowsett written on their back, so just it's marketing for me as well.
There's a few of you around.
My dad gets first pick of all the kit.
Not this year though, because he wasn't here.
No, he still gets first pick, and generally he'll refresh warm stock from the field Dowsett stockpile, and he'll wheel and deal some of it with his mates as well under the table without me knowing. Something I've really enforced is that he has to always be matching because I've clocked him. I ran a post on Instagram once, a competition to see just how many different clubs, teams or kits he was wearing, and it was 11 different
that must have been
teams
in
in
winter.
one outfit. That was a technicoloured yawn, a rainbow. Joseph had a less colourful dream coat than my dad had winter lycra outfit.
Dowsett, the man, the myth, the legend.
How did you and Alex meet?
Tinder. I don't know why people get embarrassed about that.
What are your racing targets and ambitions for this year? Oh no, that is for me. What are your racing targets and ambitions for this year though?
I want to do a marathon this year, which is on my feet. So, bike-wise, I haven't really thought about it. Potentially ride 100 again, just to round off like a trifecta.
Get up some of the biggest mountains near us without a tow rope?
Yep. Actually, Taryn and I want to do the one that they did in the Welter, which is 3 different climbs in one day, yeah. So that one, whatever that thing is. Alex, you're going to go all in for a medal in Tokyo, and that probably links into your racing and target ambitions for the year.
Yes.
Tokyo's a big one.
Yeah. Well, like every race, going all in
Do you
for.
think it's good?
No, because luck. Well, you just need to know puncher. Olympics is a ship I thought maybe had sailed in terms of what I wanted to achieve in cycling, but after my Worlds performance, it's kind of back on the table. I have to get selected first, which, given the calibre of my fellow countrymen,
You're all just too damn good.
like, most of them won the Tour de France or a Grand Tour.
G.
That's but you know,
Yates.
aim high.
What job would you have if you weren't a professional cyclist or a lawyer? I'm sorry, whoever asked this. I'm not actually a lawyer, but thank you.
You are a lawyer.
No, but I don't practice. I'm not employed as a lawyer.
Still on the dole. Joking. Still yet to find a job.
So, FYI, I have a job. I work freelance so I can fit around this job, which is basically a full-time job in itself.
We're going back to how much money do you earn? I'm basically a kept man.
To answer the question in a very roundabout way, what job would I have? I've always thought my dream job would be to be a dog walker because I just really like dogs. But yeah, what would your job be? Race car driver. I can answer that.
I race cars like my dad did.
Yeah.
That's not really a job though, that's a hobby.
How do I start training again on a bike? I've lost all motivation.
Just start. Just start. It doesn't matter if it's bloody 10 minutes a day.
Do
Make
something.
it achievable stuff. Don't go doing like a FTP test or a time trial or a road race from the bat and then expect to do it again the next day. Just
Chip away. Sleeves or no sleeves? I think cyclists wearing no sleeves, pretty weird. Yeah, not a big fan.
especially when all your underarm hairs hang out.
Oh,
I will like entertain the thought of ankle socks, but not no sleeves.
do you like e-bikes? I like e-bikes. I think they're great.
Yeah. For where we live, bearing in mind it's a 20k climb home every day, I think getting you a road e-bike would be
Ideal.
yeah, just to make
If you're watching, Mr. Person who makes road e-bikes, that would be a good time.
yeah.
Any thoughts on being a vegan? This is an interesting one. We're going to do a whole completely different video about food because a lot of people have asked that, and I think it's off the back of the Game Changers movie. We'll save that for another day because I know people are really interested in the food, and I think it's probably easier just to do what we eat in a day, and that will show you what fuels this guy.
Around the documentary, didn't we?
Yeah, and obviously Alex's nutritionist keeps a pretty close eye on everything, so we'll come back to that one. Does Alex spend much time in the gym doing weights? Or come on, show your guns. They'll speak for themselves.
2 or 3 times a week, but
Yeah.
it's more core stability and working on areas of me that are weak. So yeah, you won't see me in the squat rack or heave-hoeing and off we're going. No.
See me doing that though. I think my arm muscles are bigger than yours. When Alex is racing, do you have tunnel vision or do you see the fans on the side of the road? I like to think
I
that...
think people have a
No, come on.
misconception about road racing because they like to get real G'd up and you're like, you can listen to like Eye of the Tiger in the bus before a road race and you walk out and then it's like 10k neutral and you're having a chat with Ryan Mullen about like what he did in his off season, and then you saw the breakaway goes and you cruise for another 100k and you have a chat with like Charlie Quarterman about where he lives in the UK, and it's all very like chilled out and relaxed, and then the last 50k is when you actually get G'd up for a big old fight to the finish.
So to answer, you do see fans on the side of the road, depending on where they are in the race, yeah, and you hear them.
We laugh at hilarious signs, and this is the thing, because with our water bottles, we always try, I mean it's a UCI rule now, you either throw them so that a fan will take it, or there's designated litter zones in the race, or just hand it to a fan.
What's your favourite burger? I like we tried the Beyond Meat burger in TGI Friday. Don't judge us, that was in Miami off season, but that was
That was a good time.
a really good time. That would be my favourite burger.
Yeah.
What about yours?
That wasn't bad. That was pretty
Chicken.
good.
You go for a chicken burger.
Often a good chicken
Yeah.
burger. From that Bill's in the UK. That was a good one.
Does Alex miss his Defender?
Very much so.
Whose
it was yours
Defender?
as
He had the fast car. The Defender was my car.
I miss every car I've ever had.
Oh, when will some more jerseys be available? When will some more merch be available? It is probably likely that it will be in February. So we're just looking at a rerun now. Thank you to everyone who purchased this. Just cycling jerseys sold out in less than 8 minutes, which was crazy. So if you bought one, well done. And if you didn't buy one, there will be some more coming soon. So we'll obviously keep you up to date.
Kids?
No, okay, I wasn't going to answer any of those, but there's been probably around 10 that are like, when is Alex going to pop the question, are you having kids? I'd say we now have a running joke, like if we had $1 or a pound for every time we were asked a question like that.
We don't push it back a month.
Yeah, or we push it back a month. So currently we're probably thinking like mid-50s would be when we do all of that stuff.
1950s or when we're 50?
When we're 50.
Okay, that's 70s then.
And we've got a really lovely holiday fund because for every question, every time that question's asked, we just put a pound in it.
Yeah, just stop asking.
Stop asking. But we love that, you're interested in us and our life and our relationship. But please stop asking. We need to board. Oh, we're boarding now. We're boarding now. 10:40.